Hello and welcome back to my Astro Imaging Journey channel. And in this episode, we're going to finish off our pre-processing LRGB workflow get together. As you saw with the last video, which is now long past, more on that in a second. We ended at star alignment, and then the video got corrupted, and yeah. So here we are again. Why did it take so long to get this one out? Well, the video just kept getting corrupted. I think part of it is due to PixInsight trying to use all available processing power, and the video recording software just didn't have the resources it needed to do its thing. So hopefully this is about take 20. I lost count after about 8, so who knows. And hopefully updated software and a tweak to the PixInsight setting, hopefully we'll be good to go. So with that, what setting did I change? Well, this is what I found. So we go into Edit and Global Preferences. Then we come down here to Parallel Processing and Threads. And as you can see, allow using all available processors. And we're going to uncheck that. And I just drop it down to 8, or from 8 to 7. If I come down here and I do a task manager, we go to details, or excuse me, performance. You can see we have 8 logical processors. So I just want to keep one open for the video recording or desktop recording software. So hopefully we'll just apply that. And now hopefully everything will work. So what's the first thing on our agenda? Well, the first thing is we need our reference images. These are all our images taken from our registered directory. These file names match what we determined was the best frame from the subframe selector process. So we just updated it with the registered image as opposed to the cosmetically corrected image. So first thing we're going to do is go and do our local normalization. Now if you notice, I was in the process of adding these icons to the workflow, and as you can see, they're already there and they're already set up. So if we go to default, we can see that nothing changed with the exception of an output directory, a reference image, and our target images. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to double click again. And that is indeed true. So local normalization using defaults should work just fine. There was a question on an earlier video of mine back episode 51 on whether or not we need to use local normalization on a per filter basis. In episode 51 I was using the DSLR, so local normalization was used in one shot with all the images because it was essentially a one-shot color. According to Warren Keller's Inside PixInsight book, he states, yes, you must use it on each subset of filters by themselves. So all the H alpha will be locally normalized separately from your S2, your O3, your luminance, so on and so forth. So to that end, we will get this done. We're going to clear out our list. We're going to add the files, registered H alpha. We're going to set our reference image to our H alpha from workspace 2. And we got an H alpha work output directory. So we're going to hit apply global, and we'll be back when it's completed. All right, that has completed. I did notice as a little update, let's scroll up here. You can see right here using 8 worker threads. That used to say 10 before, so hopefully we will be good in the file. The desktop recording will not get corrupted this time. And if we go over here to our registered H alpha, there's all our normalization files, XNML. So I'm going to rock and roll with the rest of my filters, and we'll be back when I have completed all of those. So I will see you in a few. All right, that has completed. Yep. So we're going to close out a local normalization, and now we're going to go into image integration. So in this one, we make a few changes. So let me reset this back to default. The first change is going to be our weights. We're going to change that to fits keyword and SS weight that we did in the subframe selector process. We're going to put a check mark in generate drizzle data. Then we're going to come down here to pixel rejection. We're going to uncheck clip low range. We are going to select our appropriate algorithm. So since most of my filters have 10 or 11 images, I'm going to use Winsorized Sigma clipping. As you can see here, it now ungrade these options. We do not want the rejection maps. And I believe we're going to want local normalization. And that should be it. So we would just add our files and go ahead. So let me double check. Let me double check here. Fits keyword. Yep. And we're going to want to change this to local normalization. And I need a new one because I had not changed that. So let's remove this one. Rename that one. Now we will clear this out. We will add our H alphas. We will add our local normalization files. We will add our drizzle files. We will need to set a reference. So if we come over here to workspace 2, H alpha is 215716. 215716, set reference. If you do not set the reference image, it will use the first image in the list. So we want to always use the reference image that we've been using all along. So we change that. And everything else can remain the same. So we're just going to go ahead and apply global. And we'll be back when this is completed. All right, that is completed. So let's go ahead and do a stretch. All right. And yeah. And let's go ahead and save as. And we're going to want to come over here. I use a working directory. Integrated. Then I have this stock file here that I use for my naming convention. Cool. And click save after we make sure it was XISF. Now I'm just going to rinse and repeat on the rest of the filters. So we will be, the only difference being when I get to the luminance, I will be using the generalized extreme studentized deviate ESD test on the luminance, since that is 36 images, I believe. So let me finish this up and we'll be back. All right, we have completed the last one, so I'll close out of this. Let's take a quick look at the luminance, and that looks pretty good. I kind of like that. So we'll already save this, as you can tell up here. So I will now move on to Drizzle Integration. And I believe most of these are defaults. Let's double check that. Enable local normalization needs to be check marked. Other than that, everything else appeared to be the same. Why that does that, I'm not sure. Yep, everything else appeared to be the same, so we will add in, clear the files, add our local normalization, or excuse me, add our drizzle files. Let's go ahead and do luminance. And we'll apply global. No, need to add our local normalization. And everything else is the same, so we will apply global. And we'll be back when this is done. All right, that has completed. So let's move this out of the way. Let's get rid of that. And let's take a quick look at it. All right, yep, we can work with that. So let's go ahead and save it. And let's see, this was luminance, so we'll just select that file name, take off the no, hit save, and we should be good now. So at this point, I would rock and roll through the rest, and we'd come back later if there's more to do, but there's no more processes in the pre-processing workflow. So with that, I'm going to end the video right here and say thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully this video turned out. I don't have to do this again. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was, let me know what you think about the cursor. The new software has the ability to put the halo over the cursor so that you can follow what I'm looking at, and let me know if you like that or not. The post-processing videos won't have that. I already checked all those videos and they appear to be good, so it won't have that, but everything beyond M51 post-processing LRGB workflow setup should start having that now. So if the general consensus is you don't like it, then I'll just turn it off. But if you do like it, feel free to give me a comment and that you like it, and we'll keep it around. So with that, again, I want to say thanks everybody for watching. Please stick around for the outro. As always, please stay safe, clear skies, and have a good one.
Thanks for watching yet another episode from the Astroimaging Journey channel. Really appreciate your viewership. In our upper right, we have the latest video that I have posted prior to this one. Down in the lower right, we have what YouTube thinks you will enjoy. Below is a subscription link. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you so choose, ring that bell if you want to get notified of something new, and as always, thank you, clear skies. Remember to